Now, I promised you a little more lighthearted video today. By the way, huge thank you to all of you who continue to share the tweet that I always post down in the comments down below and liking the video. It's really helping the channel grow. It's insane. I'm blown away by the outpouring of support, and I'm so thankful. I know it's the humble shtick is lame, but I know I always ask you all to go out on Twitter and share the stuff and go on Facebook and share the stuff. It really is making a difference, and we're starting to build a pretty loud voice together. It's going to be pretty amazing where we are by the end of this year. And this morning I asked, what do you want me to cover today? Because I do have a couple of trailing stories. I talked about the booze ban at conventions coming up and impending further expansion of that, I'm guessing. And one of the skies opened up and the cringe fell upon my face. And I knew today would be good. It's raining outside. I need to put up my temporary white trash pool, but I want to get one more video out to you as a way to say thanks and to enjoy a bit of poking some morons in the eye. I'm starting to use that term more and more often, but I have big news for you market traders in Virtue. The market is drying up. Developers are scrambling here at the end of the Virtue harvest. The end of Pride Month is just days away, and people like Riot Games are scrambling to gobble up, to corner the market on what little tiny shreds of Virtue are left out there. And then we have an article by PC Gamer demanding games just aren't political enough. It's not sending a clear political message, and what a huge problem that would be. So let's enjoy the cringe together, two little mashup video here, and I hope you enjoy it, and I appreciate you all. So we have this video. This was tweeted out literally moments after I asked you all what you want me to cover. We see Riot Games. Pride means acceptance for not only who you want to be, but who you are and the journey to get there. We are proud to support rioters on the journey wherever that destination may be. As long as it's on the left. Obviously. The far left specifically. I don't see Riot Games putting a little pointy hat on their icon and supporting Who Whites Month or something like that. So this is basically a pretty disingenuous statement. And we have the entire, what appears to be the entire company, marching. It's about supporting. It's about acceptance. It's about making money. Here's what normal people do when they want to support more gays. I have some gay friends. We go to the bar and we hang out. I don't think they would appreciate me taking a picture of myself marching in a gay pride parade and then running to them and asking them the simple question, just how woke I am. How brave was I to use a professional photographer and multiple what appears to be drone shots and overhead shots. I mean, are you kidding me, Riot? You have a professionally shot and produced video. This is not about supporting. This is about capitalizing. This is about gathering up the little fruits of virtue out there that really nobody cares about. You're pandering, let's be real, from a market standpoint, to an ultra minority. This is not how you sell games. This is how you pat yourself on the back. Any of you. I don't really care where you side on the issue about gay rights or whatever. It's human rights to me. If you disagree, that's your right to do so. But as somebody who doesn't really care, I know that my gay friends would say this is absurd. They don't want to be pandered to in this way, and they give more gays a bad name. They don't want this. I'm sure they don't. And let's see. Top reply. Fix your game before trying to fix society. I'm sure this is really, I mean, it's the, let's see, it's by far and away the most popular comment. Imagine my shock. You know, it's no secret that the gay community is pretty active on Twitter, the young gay community. And so this is just about backpats. This is not about doing anything. If you want to support, donate money and don't make a professional marketing video out of it. I mean, it's so transparent and so obvious that this is all about you. This is nothing about gay rights. This is nothing about helping anybody. This is about patting yourself on the back. So fuck off, Riot Games. And then we have PC Gamer today. Ubisoft's mixed messages continue about the politics of the Division 2. I'm sorry, mixed messages, they continue. How about the very first comment? Keep it out, problem solved. PC Gamer is now comprised solely of sensitive liberal writers over-dramatizing things for the sake of clicks. Got it. Hopefully this isn't a libtard-filled game. I mean, pick a side. I need politics to ruin everything. This is the state, right? This is the state. And I will give you a click because, you know what? This is probably the most views, the highest traffic your video or your article is going to get today. Ubisoft's games are actually political, says CEO. Oh, okay. The Division 2 is set in the aftermath of a terror attack in the capital city of the United States, while the remnants of a corrupt government engineer a second civil war is not political. That was the message from a creative director, Tony Spire, with an interview on Polygon during E3. It seemed to run contrary to everything we've been told about the game. However, now Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot, has responded to the criticism with a different message. Ubisoft's games are in fact political. They are also politically neutral. Interesting. This isn't the first time Ubisoft has backed away from the themes that seemed pretty clear from the outset. Far Cry 5 was heavily criticized, including by us, for how its marketing and premise hinted at social commentary and weighty themes, but failed to say anything about them. Imagine a video game not having a political take. It sounds like PC Gamer is mad that they aren't being political, but fail to say anything about it. While the Division's facsimile of New York could be read as a critique of capitalism, consumerism, and class prejudice, but doesn't actually explore these themes in a meaningful way. Our goal in all games we create is to make people think, Guillemot told The Guardian. We want to put them in front of questions that they don't always ask themselves automatically. We want players to listen to different opinions and to have their own opinions. Our goal is to give the tools to the player in order for them to think about the subjects, to be able to see things from far enough away. Imagine that. Not forcing your ideology. Ooh. This does raise a few questions. How does this apply to Far Cry 5, for instance? How can you be impartial about murderous cults? And what about Division 2? Will we learn that the tyrants who want to start Civil War 2 are actually really just want the best for what's best for America? In this case of the former, it's not impartiality. It's a deafening silence. With Division 2, we'll need to wait and see. Guillemot believes that the interactivity and element of choice inherent in most games, especially Ubisoft's open-world romps, mean that it's the designer's job to create different paths for different consequences, not to make statements. It's a strange objective because it seems to imagine a world where you can't give players a lot of choices and say something at the same time, when you demonstrably can. Interesting that they didn't give an example of that, PC Gamer. The long-term goal here is why not simulate other ways to live and to work and behave together in video games so that people can experiment with them to see what works or not. It's the same with technology. The goal is to test new things because as tech is changing, video games can have a chance to experiment with what will happen in the future. Right. So basically, what PC Gamer is saying here, what this article is saying, is they're mad that Ubisoft, Fraser Brown, let's look you up, Fraser Brown. I just have this weird, let's see. I have this weird idea of what you might look like. You know what? I don't even want to ruin it. In my head, you're perfect, Fraser Brown. It's just, you know, I know that a lot of you out there are really pissed that your video games aren't cramming ideologies down your throat. And you're really pissed that they're not telling you what to think. Well, I'm here to tell you that the best thing to do is probably spend all day on these websites like PC Gamer and BuzzFeed and just, you know, forget video games. Buy them to support the industry, but don't play them because they're not going to tell you how to think like you want. They're going to give you too many options. And, you know, when you give people options, you lose the ability to control their thought. And who would want to support that?